So here we are going to learn some important questions from the carbon and compounds. The first question is, give the name of the following functional group OH and COOH. Here is the given the general formula. We have to write a functional group. So I will give you all the functional group. First we have what halogen functional group. Halogen functional group, we have the general formula is what single bond Cl or single bond Br. This is the general formula of what halogen. Next we have a alcohol. Alcohol general formula is what single bond OH. Next we have aldehyde. Aldehyde general formula is what single bond C, single bond H, double bond O. This is also called CHO. This is the way also we can write a general formula of aldehyde. Next we have what ketone. Ketone general formula is single bond C, double bond O, single bond. In both the side we'll get alkyl group. Okay, R and R dash are called what alkyl group. The last one we have what carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. General formula of carboxylic acid is C, double bond O, single bond OH. This is the general formula of what carboxylic acid. So you can now able to say the answer of this question. OH, the name of this functional group is what alcohol. So the answer for this one alcohol. And COOH. COOH. COOH is the name of the functional group is what carboxylic acid. So here answer for this question. Let us go for now second question. The first answer is alcohol and COOH is called what carboxylic acid. Let us go for now second question. Second question, they given that what is the difference in the molecular formula of any two consecutive members of homologous series. Okay, they are asking what here difference between the molecular formula of two consecutive members of homologous series. So first I will write here what are the homologous series. What carbon compounds will come in the homologous series. The first one we have now alkane. Alkane is the first homologous series. We have alkene. Next we have alkyne. Similarly, just now I discussed about the functional group alcohol, aldehyde. They also come under what homologous series. So alkane, I will write some member of the alkane. Let us write out. So let us first member of the alkane is what methane. The formula you know that CH4. Second member of the alkane is ethane, C2H6. Now we will able to find what is the difference between the molecular formula of methane and ethane. So as you know here CH4 and here they given what C2H6. So here let us first find out what is the difference between the carbon. So here we have one carbon and here we have two carbon. So as you know carbon here 2, here 1. So 2 minus 1, there is only one carbon. Okay, C will come here. Similarly, we'll define the difference between hydrogen. Here we have 6 hydrogen, here we have 4 hydrogen. So hydrogen 6 minus 4, how much will come? 2. So here I can write what H2. So what is the difference between the molecular formula of two consecutive members? The answer will come here what CH2. This is the only one answer. Okay, here is the completion of this answer. So let us go for now third question. Let us go for third question. Third question. Let us see now what is the third question. They given the third question. What is the reaction between the why is the reaction between the methane and chlorine consider a substitution reaction? Okay, methane formula. Methane is what a CH4 and chlorine, you know chlorine we can write as a what a Cl2. So methane structure formula is you know the CH4. Methane structure formula is what CH4 and here chlorine we can react with the Cl2. So what will happen when you react this methane and chlorine? So here one hydrogen will be replaced by what a chlorine. You have to remove the one hydrogen from the methane. One hydrogen you have to remove and in the place of H you have to write a Cl. Chlorine we have to write and this H combined with Cl, so there is a formation of what HCl. So because of this reason, we can say that chlorine is substituted in the place of hydrogen. Because of this reason, this reaction is called what? Substitution reaction. What we are doing in this? That chlorine we are substituting in the place of hydrogen. So because of this reason, we can say that the reaction between methane and chlorine is called a substitution reaction. You can write in this way also. CH4 Cl2 give rise to CH3Cl plus HCl. And the name of this compound is called a chloromethane. Chloromethane. And this compound is called what? A hydrochloric acid. This is the answer for this question. So let us go for the next question now. So the question is, why are the covalent compounds generally poor conductor of electricity? As you know that for conducting of electricity, we require the ions. And the covalent compound, they do not contain any ions. So because of this reason, we can say that covalent compounds are poor conductor of electricity. What is the reason? They do not form any ion. So which compound conduct electricity? That we know that ionic compound. Ionic compound conduct electricity because they contain in that compound contain the ions. So covalent compound do not conduct electricity because they do not form ion, and ionic compound conduct electricity because they form ion. The answer for this question is completed. Let us go for the next question now. So here is the question. Name the carbon compound which on heating with excess of concentrated sulfuric acid at 443 Kelvin gives ethene. Here is the product forming is what? Ethene. So here is the ethene. Okay, ether, the first three letters as we know that ether. So maybe the carbon compound start from what? Ether. So the name of the carbon compound is what? Ethanol. Ethanol. It is an alcohol group. Ethanol. The formula of this is what? CH3CH2OH. The formula for the CH3CH2OH. So whenever ethanol is heated, when ethanol is what? Heated at the temperature of 443 Kelvin, what will happen? You know that ethene will be formed. As you know that here given that ethene, CH2 double bond CH2 plus H2O. So this reaction is also called a dehydration reaction. Why? Because in this reaction the water is loose from the ethanol. Here what will happen? The water is evaporated when we heated the ethanol. So because of this reaction is called what? Dehydration reaction. Dehydration reaction. So here the answer for this question is also completed. So name of the carbon compound is what? Ethanol. So let us go for the next question now. So what is mean by hydrocarbon? Difference between the saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated hydrocarbons. So hydrocarbon nothing but the carbon compound which contain only carbon and hydrogen only. Such carbon compounds are called what? Hydrocarbon. So what is hydrocarbons? Those compounds which contain carbon and hydrogen only. Those compounds which contain carbon and hydrogen only, such compounds are called what? Hydrocarbon. There are two types of hydrocarbon. One is called saturated hydrocarbons and another is called what? Unsaturated hydrocarbon. So what is saturated hydrocarbon? Saturated hydrocarbons are what? Those hydrocarbon which contain single bond between the two carbon atom are called what? Saturated hydrocarbons. So here we have saturated hydrocarbon which contain single bond only are called saturated hydrocarbon. The example of saturated hydrocarbon is what? Alkane. Alkane compound contain the single bond between the carbon atom. General formula of alkane is CnH2n plus 1. Example: methane, ethane, propane, butane, etc. You can write. Next one we can write about the unsaturated hydrocarbon. So unsaturated hydrocarbons, those hydrocarbons which contain a double bond or triple bond between the two carbon atoms, such hydrocarbons are called what? Unsaturated hydrocarbons. So here is the answer for this one. Those hydrocarbons which contain double or triple bond between the carbon atoms are called what? Unsaturated hydrocarbon. So there are example, we have alkene and alkyne. Alkene is the compound which contain double bond and alkyne is the contain triple bond. Alkene CnH2n general formula and alkyne CnH2n minus 1. It is a general formula of alkene and alkyne. So alkene carbon compound contain what? Double bond, and alkyne carbon compound contain triple bond. Example of alkene is what? Ethene, propene, butene. Alkyne example is what? Ethyne, propyne, butane. These are the example of what? Unsaturated hydrocarbons, alkene and alkyne. The next question is now, so here we have to give the name of this compound. They given the structure formula here, so we have to identify what this structure formula contain. It may be given the functional group, it may be given the alkane or alkyne. So let us first find out what is the functional group is given here. So the first question I can see from here, that CO. Here we have CO. CO general formula is what? Ketone. Ketone general formula is what? A CO. Okay, so here we can come to know that this compound is belongs to what? A ketone. So let us find out the name of this compound. So here we have one carbon, here we have another carbon, here we have third carbon. So total 3 carbons, and to 3 carbons we know that they are called what? Prop. Okay, and it is belongs to ketone, so only we have to write propanone, O-N-E. Okay, so name of this compound will come what? Propanone. So this compound name is propanone. First answer is completed. Let us go for the second question. In the second question we have a COOH. This is actually called what? Carboxylic acid. Okay, carboxylic acid. Now you have to find out total number of carbons. So here we have 1, here we have 1. So total 2 carbon. So we have to write what? Ethane. And this belongs to what? Carboxylic acid. Only we have to remove this E, and you have to write what? OIC acid. So the name of the compound is become what? Ethanoic acid. So this is the name of this compound. Third one now here, third one. Here we can see the triple bond is given here, triple bond. Okay, triple bond, as you know, triple bond means what? Alkyne. So now you have to find out only carbon. How many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbons are there, means we know there is a hexane. The name of this compound is what? Hexane. Because of 6 carbon, the 6 carbon nothing but what? Hex. And it is belongs to alkyne, so we can write here YNE. So the name of this compound is what? Hexane. So here is the completion of what? 6th question.